So let's talk about Janet Mbugua.
Yo.
Closure. This thing called closure. This thing called reaching out to your ex, guys. Do you have to do it? Do you have to seek closure? Now, she says, after watching a movie that goes by the name Half-Life, we just pretty much highlights the relationship between two people. They were childhood friends.
Story.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. Childhood friends, and then they reconnect.
Yeah,
after years.
actually one of them is actually in a serious relationship. It's not marriage; they're in a very serious relationship. But then she and her friends sort of reconnect online. They start chatting, and eventually they actually start hanging out in the new country because she moved from Korea, came all the way Korea or Japan, moved from Asia, came to live in the US. So the guy comes visits, and they have a really beautiful relationship. But the problem is, she thinks she still likes the man.
That's what's
Is
up.
she gonna cheat?
That's what's up.
Kinda, actually.
And that's just how Janet Mbugua is feeling. She was like, after watching this movie, she felt the need to reach out to somebody she kinda dated in high school. And this, let me tell you, I won't tell you, I read it somewhere. I saw it on TikTok. Nostalgia is a funny thing because it kind of makes the past look very glamorous.
Oh, for sure.
It kind of makes the past look very enticing, and like the good times were really good.
It idealizes all the amazing things and diminishes all the horrible things.
So the person who she kind of dated in high school, she kind of felt like there was that connection. She says that all through the major stages of her life, he has been there, but in the capacity of a friend. Always been a friend, but there used to be something more. So after watching the movie, she feels very inspired, and she picks up the phone and says, hey, I want to ask you a question, and I just want to know, and I don't want you to feel scared or weird, but why do you think you and I never worked out? And after a lengthy conversation, they chopped it up to maturity, and perhaps one person wanted it more than the other, and vice versa. It was just, but she says she still feels like they can hang out now. They can get together. They can. She said they can get together, they can hang out without feeling some type of, I don't know. I feel like closure is a very interesting thing. You don't need it. You don't need to pursue it. But I do know that strong feeling of wanting closure, of wanting to, you know, let me finish this unfinished business and just put a definite end to it. I understand that, but don't do it. For the plot, don't do it.
I feel like there's something about overthinkers that you always blame yourself. You always feel like you were the villain in the story. And especially when it comes to hindsight and going through that nostalgic trip, you always just look at it with such, oh, maybe it was me. Maybe I should have. Maybe if we did now, I know better. I know what to do. I know what not to do. I can fix it. That problem of I can fix it. That's usually the issue that is plaguing you and pushes you to pursue things that are utterly horrible ideas. I've said this many times on this show. Unless you guys broke up in circumstances that were beyond you. For example, they moved out and you couldn't see yourself dating them when they were in afar off. Or you guys just were wrong timing. It was just the wrong timing. And now things have become better, things have evolved. Or any of those really subtle reasons why there was never like toxicity or a problem or a big fight or cheating involved. Then maybe you can look into it. Unafungua tu vikate kidogo, unako like what's happening back there. That's okay to want to get a reason. However, if y'all just it was a mess, a hot mess, why are you going back there? Every time you think about the flowers they bought you, you forget that they beat you up for you to get those flowers as an apology. Every time you think about how they took you on a nice vacation and you guys had a beautiful hotel room and such, you forget how the whole time you were there, he was flirting with other people and hitting on other people and potentially cheated on you. Like, you forget all the bad things that were attached to these very nice little things. So I think in general, if you all had a horrible situation, just end it at it was bad, there's nothing anyone could do, and you don't want to take yourself back to that situation. You've already grown out of it. And find someone else to occupy your time. Because what happens when you're single? That's when you start creeping down that phone book. That's when you start looking down that phone book. You're like, by the way, na huyu Otieno alikuwa anasemanga nini? You know,
the way it's raining.
The way it's because you are not dating. It's because you have a bit of time to think about, who would I date next if I had the chance? It's usually that. So my point is, please, if you are not dating anyone, if you are single, enjoy being single. You guys don't understand how nice it is to be single. Wow. And you can wake up and go wherever and nobody will ask you question. You can do whatever and nobody will ask you question. Just enjoy being single. When you are in a relationship, enjoy being in a relationship. Don't start blurring those lines. Let it be clear. I am single. I'm enjoying being single. I'm exploring new territory. Old territory wachia, you know, auditors watakuja kuangalia.